Hi, I'm Carter, and today I'll be tackling the question, why do people behave different online than they do in person? Now, how I'll be doing this is by bringing up why people feel safe saying the things online they won't do in person, some stories from people affected by toxicity on the internet, and what we can do to fix the situation. First point I'm going to use is why people feel safe saying the things they do on the internet. Well, the main point of it is that people think they're anonymous.
Let's discuss anonymity, which, by the way, is one of the hardest words to say in the English language. Never mind. A lot of time we're communicating online, we're anonymous, which means other users don't know who we really are. This is especially true on forums or anonymous apps. And this lack of accountability can make us feel free to do or say whatever. We're less worried about real life consequences because no one knows who we are.
So as you can see, people understand no one can see what they're saying and take advantage and accept that there are no consequences to their actions. Because why would there be if no one knows who you are? Now, this anonymous point doesn't work for apps like Facebook or Snapchat because everyone knows this person is and what they look like. So what it boils down to is people get caught up in what they think is right, whether it be political, religious, or racial. People believe they need to get their message out there, and sometimes it isn't a helpful message, and it can be quite hurtful. The second point I'm going to bring up is toxicity on the internet. The internet can be a very toxic space to be intertwined with. Apps that allow people to share their lives is breeding ground for toxicity. These apps include Instagram, Snapchat, and in some cases YouTube. And why such a toxic place relates to the fact that people feel anonymous, mainly commenters without a social presence. And this opens the door for bullying, like in this story from a mother of a 16-year-old. My 16-year-old was cyberbullied on Facebook over a period of 8 hours. This event was so traumatic it caused my son to have an acute psychotic break and had to be hospitalized in a desolate psychiatry ward for almost a month. He has changed forever and will never be the same mentally. Internet bullying can hurt and affect people, and kids need to know this. These kids are not punished in a way and think this incident is funny. We know it is life-changing. As you can see, the internet is a scary place when people take it out of hand, just like this.
This is the story of Ava Majuri, a 14-year-old girl who blew up on TikTok. The people were following her for a reason, but one simp took it too far. 18-year-old Eric Justin 111 messaged her everywhere, eventually getting in touch with kids in her grade to get her attention. To make him go away, Ava and her parents willingly agreed to sell face-only selfies to the man for $150 each. That didn't work. When things got worse, Ava blocked the man, but he used his sources at the school she went to find her address. And at 4:30 a.m. on July 10th, 2021, broke into her house with a shotgun, where he was shot dead by Mr. Majuri.
As you can see, this kid took it way too seriously and found out this girl's location and went there with an intent still unknown. I myself have experiences of people being toxic online, mainly when I play video games, but from the point I just brought up, we can see just how toxic the internet could and can be and is. The third point I'm bringing up is what we as a public can do to stop this situation. And if I'm going to be honest, there doesn't look to be a way to stop it and stay on the internet. We as a public need to live life in person, not through our phones. If we can delete all apps like Snapchat and Instagram, even Facebook, our lives as a civilization alone could be happier as a species. But I know this will most likely never happen, but it's a pretty thought. So I challenge you to get off your phone for 1 week, just one. See if your life changes. In the wise words of Master Yoda, do or do not, there is no try. Do delete these apps and do experience life Don't try to. There's so much out there you can experience. There's so much to the world that most people, most kids, don't get to experience because they're so intertwined in their iPads watching their favorite YouTubers, which will most likely ruin their lives because they're watching kids who have everything they don't. So, experience life to its fullest. So I've shown why people feel safe saying the things they do on the internet and how toxic the internet is and what we can do to stop this. So, why do people behave different online than they do in person? I believe it's being anonymous. I've stated it before. No one knows who's saying what because they're hiding behind a screen. We have a mask no one can see through, but that's the way it is. Oh, I have answered why people behave different online than they do in person. Thanks for your time and thank you for your patience. May the force be with you.